Hey everyone, Jackson here from AtlasOne, and in today's tutorial we're going to be going through how to create and tailor a survey for your business in the AtlasOne program. Beginning in the bookings dashboard, we're going to come over to this left column once again, and under the title surveys we're going to click on survey types. Make sure that we click on survey types here and not surveys, as that's where you'll view your actual results. But to edit and create new surveys, we want to select survey types. This is going to bring up a list of all of our current survey types that exist on the platform that we have created. We can also view and edit the versions of these if we want to as well. But to create a new one, we're going to go to the top right and click this blue button, Create Survey Type. We can give it a name, so we might call it Occupational Therapy Survey. And we can give it a brief description. We can say, please complete this short survey before your occupational therapy visit. We can also give it access. So if we want this to be available and accessible to anyone, we can click that. Otherwise, we can make it any respondent in your organization. That means anyone who's registered as a client within the AtlasOne program. Or we could make it only specific people. So we can go ahead and select certain people, certain clients that we want to be able to answer this survey. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and click anyone. We've also got some configurations that we can edit and adjust to our liking as well down below. Once we've done that, we can click Create Survey Type. And that's going to bring us into designer mode, where we basically put together and edit the survey. You'll see here that the first page of the survey is this welcome page. We can customize it. Right now we've got the AtlasOne logo in here, but this is where you would put your business logo. You can put a short welcome message as well. All of this can be edited in the text editor on the right. As you can see here, we can edit the message. If you don't like the welcome page, if you want to get straight to business as well, you can always just go ahead and delete this like so. Just click on the page and click delete. But for now, we will leave it. Coming down to page number 2, we've got a little example question here. So this could be, please enter your full name. And then they would be able to enter their text there to put in their full name. A very, very basic question. But to look at our range of questions, we're going to go over to this left column here, where we can filter by choice questions, whether that be a radio button group, a rating, a checkbox, a drop down, maybe a yes or no, a file upload even, or a ranking. We've also got text input, similar to what you see here, where it's going to allow our client or our person submitting to actually type in their own text. We've also got containers, matrix questions, some miscellaneous as well, and then general. But for the most part, I'd say you'd be going between the choice questions and the text input questions. So we'll use another one here. We might go with a drop down on this one. And we could say, how did you hear about our occupational therapy services? So if we want to get an insight into how they've actually heard about us, and we could say, could be Google as one option. Could be word of mouth. Maybe it was a Facebook ad. Could be local. Maybe they've driven past our facility. They've seen it before. Or we could have the option as well, if we click the plus down the bottom, to have other. And if they select other, it's going to bring up a little text box for them to actually put in how they heard about us. So that's a good little example of a drop-down question there. Maybe we want to do a yes or no question. A very, very simple one. We could say, have you ever received any occupational therapy services? And then they can simply click yes or no there. We could do a rating question, which we'll do as well. A rating scale, maybe it's 1 to 5. We could say, on a scale of 1 to 5, please rate your current level of independence in completing daily activities. So we want to know how independent these people are, how they are operating in day-to-day life. They can rate it on a 5, you know, they're doing pretty well, or 1, they need a lot of assistance at the moment. So that's some good insight as well. We can also have the option for a file upload. So if we want to have a file upload, we could say, please upload any relevant medical documents. So they could simply take a photo, upload that. This could also be great maybe for a golf club. You could get someone to send in a photo of or a video of their swing. Could be great as well if you're dealing with someone who has an injury. Maybe they could upload a photo of the injury, any bruising. Maybe it's a dislocated finger. They could take a photo of that. There's lots of use cases for the file upload, so it's a great little tool to have within the survey. This is just a little example of how a little survey could look. So once we're done with that and we're happy with how it looks, we can actually preview it just to make sure we're happy. So this is how it would look for the client on their end, or a very similar view. And we say, yep, that's all good. So now we can actually save the survey type and publish it. So we're going to save it. Survey type has been saved, and then we can publish it. That's going to allow people to actually respond to our survey, and then we can collect those results. So now going back to survey types, we can search for our occupational therapy. We'll see here it is, occupational therapy survey. We can view that, and from there we can actually take the link and we can send it in an email, we can paste it, or we can send it directly as an email. We can also assign it to clients within our database. So lots of ways to share the survey around. We can also fill it out through the client profile, like I mentioned earlier as well, if it's assigned to those clients. So lots of ways to get your survey out there. And that is basically the gist of how you create a survey within the AtlasOne platform.